There's a moment, right before the world erupts into holiday noise, when your soul whispers something you've been too busy to hear. It's that quiet tug in your chest, the feeling that maybe you're rushing through a season you were never meant to sprint through. You're decorating, buying, planning, performing, but somewhere inside, you can sense it. God is asking you to slow down, not to fall behind, but to finally catch up with Him. Because Christmas was never meant to be a race. It was meant to be a revelation, a sacred pause in a chaotic world, where heaven came down to earth, not in a hurry, not with fanfare, but in the stillness of a Bethlehem night. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, or emotionally stretched thin, maybe this isn't a sign you're failing. Maybe it's a sign God is calling you to breathe, to be present, to return to what actually matters. Christmas is supposed to be the season of joy, but for so many people, it quietly becomes the season of pressure. Expectations rise, responsibilities multiply, and suddenly you're carrying more than your heart was meant to hold. You rush to create the perfect moments, the perfect memories, the perfect atmosphere. Yet deep inside, something feels off. It's as if you're moving fast on the outside, but drifting further from God on the inside. This message is for the ones who feel that heaviness, the ones who smile through exhaustion, who try to keep up with everyone else's pace, who feel guilty for slowing down even when their soul is begging for rest. It's for anyone who senses that somewhere amid the holiday noise, God is gently tugging on their spirit, saying, "Come back to me." Remember why this season even exists. Because Christmas was never meant to be a performance. It was meant to be an encounter with peace, with purpose, with the presence of God Himself. And if your heart has been stretched thin, if life has felt rushed, frantic, or emotionally cluttered, then this message is your reminder. God is calling you to slow down, not to miss out, but to finally experience what He prepared for you from the very beginning. You've decorated every corner, wrapped every gift, and scheduled every gathering, but still, there's a hollowness you can't shake. The lights sparkle, the music plays, yet your heart feels the weight of rushing through something sacred. Maybe it's the fear of missing out, the pressure to make everyone else happy, or simply the habit of moving too fast. Whatever it is, it's robbing you of the wonder that Christmas was meant to bring. A slow, deliberate encounter with love incarnate. Think about the shepherds, hurrying through the night with nothing but awe and wonder to guide them. They didn't rush past the angel's message. They didn't panic over gifts or schedules. They paused. They listened. They let God's presence transform their ordinary night into a miraculous memory. And here you are, carrying lists and plans, while the miracle waits quietly in the stillness of your heart. There are moments this season when life demands you slow down, when God nudges your spirit and says, "Stop chasing, start feeling. Stop performing, start being." It's in these pauses, a quiet morning with a cup of coffee, a silent walk through snow, a glance at a twinkling light that catches your breath, that He whispers His love, His grace, His reminder that presence matters more than perfection. And if you let yourself embrace these moments, a shift happens. The frantic rush turns into gentle anticipation. The noise fades, and your heart begins to recognize the rhythm God intended. You start to see that slowing down isn't losing time. It's gaining eternity, gaining perspective, gaining the true meaning of Christmas, right here, right now. Take a moment and imagine what happens when you slow down. Not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally. You begin to notice the subtle miracles hiding in plain sight. the soft laughter of a child, the quiet generosity of a stranger, the tender glance of someone you love. These are the moments God carefully scatters throughout life, waiting for us to pause, to recognize, to receive. And in the rush, they slip by unnoticed, like snow melting before you can catch a flake. Slowing down doesn't mean doing less. It means experiencing more. It's a posture of the heart that opens doors to gratitude, clarity, and connection. When you intentionally create space in your days, God fills it with insight, understanding, and peace. You start to see that every detail, every light, every song, every silent breath carries a message, a gentle reminder that He is here and He has never been in a hurry. And perhaps the hardest lesson of all is learning to trust the timing of God, to let go of the anxiety that pushes you forward and instead lean into the stillness He offers. Because in that stillness, your heart is reshaped, your priorities realigned, and the true meaning of Christmas becomes undeniable. It's in the slowing down that you discover the depth, the wonder, and the presence that makes this season not just busy, but holy. And then it hits you, the truth that has been waiting quietly for your awareness. The rush, the noise, the endless lists, none of it holds the joy you've been searching for. In the stillness, you finally realize that God doesn't ask for perfection. He asks for presence. He doesn't want your frantic energy. He wants your attentive heart. All the decorations, all the preparations, all the busyness, they're just scenery. The real gift is the quiet, the pause, the sacred moment you make space for Him. It's a revelation that changes everything. When you let go of the urge to control, to impress, to keep up, a peace floods in that nothing else can replace. You start seeing Christmas not as a deadline, but as a divine invitation. The weight lifts, the tension fades, and in that clarity, you understand, slowing down isn't missing out. It's stepping into exactly what God intended for you, the gift He's been waiting for you to receive all along. So this Christmas, slow down. Let go of the chaos, the pressure, the endless to-do lists, and step into the sacred pause God has prepared for you. Feel the quiet, embrace the stillness, and open your heart to the presence that has always been waiting. Because in the slowing down, you discover not just the meaning of a season, but the depth of a love that never rushes, never demands, and always gives perfectly in its own time. This is your invitation. Receive it fully and let your soul be transformed. Thank you for staying until the end. Your presence means more than words can express, and I hope this message has touched your heart. If it did, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how slowing down this Christmas is transforming your life.